feel like kasi yung iba, masyado silang nagfo-focus on what society says is normal or says is right. When in reality, there's no one right way to raise or have a family. Hi, I'm Andi Eigenman and I'm an island mama of 3. I have 2 daughters, Ellie and Lilo, and my youngest son is Koa. Ako yung friend na hindi mo mai-imagine na magkakaroon ng anak or na magiging mom. It was really not in my mind to become a mother or like get married or anything like that. Like just have a family. I was still just thinking of who I wanted to become or what I wanted to make of myself. Confused pa ako kung sino ako as a person. When I found out that I was pregnant with Ellie, I had to already think about what type of mom I was gonna be. Especially, you know, like with my artista life, it was not so compatible with the type of mother I wanted to become. I wanted to be this hands-on mom. Raising another human being is a serious job. And I just felt like there's no room for failure. I was 21 years old. I'm not married and I'm in the public's eye. Especially we lived in a Catholic country and we're traditional in some way. So it was hard for me because I was still figuring out how to be a good mom. Kakalabas pa lang ng anak ko, I was already facing judgment and all criticism as a young lady. You know, I would hear these things that people have to say about me that were not really so nice, and it would be damaging to my mental health. Like, imagine, like, when I gave birth via cesarean section, right? So, it was a major operation. I had not, gotten a good look at Ellie. And I wake up and she was already in the news. Her face, everybody already saw her. It was definitely challenging to me when she was a toddler. That was the time that I was having problems with Jake. And we were both so young and immature, and I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I felt mas inuna ko yung problem namin than seeing eye to eye for our daughter. I was young and I was a different person back then. While juggling being a parent and my career, I was also a young girl who was so caught up in her love life. Palagi kong sinasabi, like, it was not showbiz's fault, and it's not that showbiz was toxic. It was who I was while I was in showbiz that was toxic. While she was growing, I was also. Lumalaki na si Ellie and, time is ticking. I want to be the mom I said I wanted to become. In order for me to do that, I have to take some time off of showbiz. Pwede ba talaga yon? Wait lang guys, babalik ako. No, I'm just an employee. They're not gonna wait for me. They're gonna find someone better. Someone who would want this job more. So sabi ko, okay lang. Aalis na lang ako. Slow process siya. Kasi hindi ako sure kung tama ba. Every time I can get the chance, I would take Ellie to work, and then after work, we'll drive to like a nearby beach and go surfing. I was thinking about leaving showbiz parang 2016 pa lang or 2015 pa lang. It took years before I actually got to go to Siargao. And that was in the beginning of 2017. Inisip ko, pangarap lang to. So, balik na lang kami ng balik. Tourist lang kami dito. When I would go back to work, may mga important events yung daughter ko. Hindi ako makapunta. I don't want to miss out anymore. And I said to myself, I think we're done. I think we're done here. When I met Philmar, I gained more confidence. Kasi, syempre, you have a support system. It was basically a friendship that just bloomed. It just really worked well. Meant to be. There are a lot of things that he wanted to achieve. He wanted to work harder. He wanted that opportunity. So, bagay, di ba? Bagay sa akin. Kasi ako, mas gusto ko nang mag-relax. So siya, gusto niya yung chance to be able to provide for his family and just materialize his goals, like businesses and whatnot. So ngayon, we're there na. So when I found out I was pregnant with Lilo, even if it was not expected, we were very happy. Oh, really? That's what we both want anyway. And, we feel ready. It's not easy, I'm not gonna lie. When I had Lilo, I suffered from postpartum depression. My worries started coming in na parang, wait, bakit masyadong tama? Bakit masyadong okay? What if I'm throwing away opportunities that would have been better for me and Ellie? I was in Manila also. We were in Manila. We came here. It definitely helped. Oh, naalala ko na pala kung bakit ko to ginusto para sa sarili ko, kung bakit ko to gusto para kay Ellie. So, we're good. I had to come here for just a week without her kasi I had the shoot, but it was her exams. So, sige, I'll just do the shoot and then come back. I never got the chance to pick her up because of the lockdown. And so the 4 months was really tough, but it made it easy for me knowing that she's with her dad. Hindi ako yung type of parent na, bakit ang saya niya sa dad? No, hindi ako nagsiselos. Walang ganun. Hindi competition for me. For me, it's better to know that she's also as happy, that she loves her dad as much as she loves me. We actually found out that I was pregnant 2 weeks before I was set to come to Manila. Brought Nilo because, of course, hindi kami pwede mag-separate. I was just going to pick up Ellie and we were gonna go back to Siargao where it's safer. But walang flight. First and second trimester, Philmar couldn't come. Yeah. November 8, siya nakadating ng Manila. I gave birth January. 2 months na lang. And it was even harder because I had no room to find it hard. Yeah, ang hirap, but like I have no choice. I have to do well because I have 2 other kids relying on me. I don't want them to be damaged mentally or emotionally if they see that I'm struggling. The pandemic was definitely really hard for me. Like I feel like I didn't even get the chance to enjoy my pregnancy as much as I did with Lilo and with Ellie. But I'm still super grateful for everything that I went through. Hindi ko ina-expect na madali siya, but gusto ko siya gawin. That's why it ends up being fun more than hard. Nawalan din ako ng temper. Pero that's one thing that I learned when I was younger. Like, I always acted on impulse. And I feel that's what led to my relationship with Jake being so hard and being quite toxic. I wanted to make sure that I'll learn how to handle my emotions better. So, pag nainis ako sa mga anak ko, hindi ko sila sisigawan. Gusto ko nang sumigaw, pero hindi ko i-direct sa kanila. I can show them and I can let them know that, hey, I'm struggling, you guys. I'm having a tough time. Please understand, you have to behave. Parang ganyan. Never ko pinapa-feel sa kanila na kasalanan nila. So I feel like mas nagiging rin sila, sensitive sa feelings ng iba. Kasi sensitive ako sa feelings nila. Parang gano'n. Me and Philmar are not required or forced to be mom and dad to our stepchildren. Ellie, she has a dad of her own. And Philmar isn't there to be her dad. They just have a good friendship and that's more than enough. It's the same with Philmar's kids. I actually have not met his 6-year-old Canoa because he lives in France with his mom. Toro, who's just here, he also has a mom. It's more about fully accepting and welcoming them into my life, not my family, because it's not mine, it's ours, it's all of ours. Halimbawa, like yung meron sila, it's none of my business. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I feel like kasi yung iba, masyado silang nagfo-focus on what society says is normal or says is right. When in reality, there's no one right way to raise or have a family. Toro calls me ate. Ganun ka, no pressure. Like, hindi man lang ako tita. Ate. With Ellie, for a time, some people here thought that Philmar was her dad or like would say, yung papa mo, hinahanap ka. They think Philmar's my papa. Am I supposed to call him that or something like that? And I'm like, I don't know with you, girl. Like, if I make a big deal out of it, what if I say, yeah, maybe you should, and she's not comfortable? Then problems would arise. It's when you try and control the way life happens. When you have so much expectations, I feel like that's what leads to disappointment and sadness. If you just accept life as is and be grateful for what you already have, it's easier to be contento and be happy.